Boris Becker picks the Grand Slam. He thinks Ben Shelton is more likely to win than the U.S. Open. Entering the tournament full of confidence following his win at the Canadian Open, Shelton looked ready to make a deep run at Flushing Meadows. Making a fast start, Shelton took down Ignacio Buse and Pablo Carreño Busta in straight sets to book his place in round 3 of the U.S. Open. There, he met the French veteran Adrian Mannarino, who caused Shelton problems right from the start. Unfortunately for the youngster, Shelton suffered an injury during the match, forcing him to retire ahead of the deciding 5th set. Reflecting on Shelton's efforts in New York, tennis legend Boris Becker has picked the Grand Slam. He believes the American is more likely to win than the U.S. Open. During the latest episode of the Becker-Petkovic podcast, former Grand Slam semifinalist Andrea Petkovic suggested who she believes will end Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner's Grand Slam winning streak. 2024 Australian Open, Jannik Sinner. 2024 French Open, Carlos Alcaraz. 2024 Wimbledon, Carlos Alcaraz. 2024 U.S. Open, Jannik Sinner. 2025 Australian Open, Jannik Sinner. 2025 French Open, Carlos Alcaraz. 2025 Wimbledon, Jannik Sinner. 2025 U.S. Open, Carlos Alcaraz. I tell you. For example, John McEnroe said Ben Shelton, U.S. Open 2026. I said João Fonseca, French Open 2027, she said. So I almost assume that next year everything will be won between Jannik, Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz. Who else was there? Someone said Taylor Fritz 2026 at the U.S. Open. So those were the names in the hat that were mentioned. Becker was more inclined to agree with John McEnroe than Petkovic, as he commented on Shelton's Grand Slam winning potential. I see Ben Shelton being the next American Grand Slam winner, he said. He has to learn how to play on grass. On hard courts, he can do it, but on hard, the competition is greater. There aren't any grass court specialists anymore. That's why I actually see Shelton as a Wimbledon winner rather than a U.S. Open winner. Becker believes Shelton has a better chance of winning Wimbledon than the U.S. Open, but how has he performed at the event so far in his career? Ben Shelton's record at Grand Slams. Making his Grand Slam debut at the U.S. Open in 2022, Shelton has played 13 major tournaments in total, reaching 4 quarterfinals. Grand Slam. Best performance. 2025 performance. Win-loss record. Win percent. Australian Open. SF. 2025. SF. 11-3. 79%. French Open. 4R. 2025. 4R. 4-3. 57%. Wimbledon. QF. 2025. QF. 8-3. 73%. U.S. Open. SF. 2023. 3R. 9-4. 69%. Interestingly, he's performed best at the Australian Open. Although his records in New York and London are also impressive, Ben Shelton's record at Grand Slam tournaments. Winning 73% of his matches at SW19, it's safe to say Shelton is starting to get to grips with the grass courts. His defeats weren't embarrassing by any means either, losing to multiple-time Grand Slam winner Sinner in 2023 and 2024. 2023 Wimbledon, Ben Shelton lost in 2R to Laszlo J. 2024 Wimbledon, Ben Shelton lost in 4R to Jannik Sinner. 2025 Wimbledon, Ben Shelton lost in QF to Jannik Sinner. Looking to cause an upset in this year's quarterfinals, Shelton fell in straight sets to the eventual champion on center court. Shelton will no doubt return, hoping to make a deeper run next year, but won't want to get too far ahead of himself, as he still has a job to do in 2025. Ben Shelton targets ATP Finals qualification. The young American has yet to qualify for the ATP Finals in his career, but looks well placed to do so for the first time in 2025. Shelton currently sits 5th in the live ATP race to Turin, having accumulated 3,710 points this year. The 22-year-old will want to pick up some more points when he returns to the tour in Tokyo for the Japan Open, which begins on Monday, September 22nd. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.